From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now all the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily for Thursday, September 30th. Slightly cooler temperatures will move into the state for today. Lots of sunshine, and it's going to be dry. We'll stay pretty warm to not as warm as we have been. 70s to low 80s is where we'll top out to close out this month of September. A woman is in the hospital after being shot by an IMPD officer on the city's north side. It happened just before 10:30 last night. Overnight, police told us that the woman did have a gun, but they haven't said if she tried to grab it or fire it at officers. We know they were looking for her because police say she's suspected of shooting into both a car and a home earlier this month. Police say they found the woman on Silverleaf Drive near the Reflections Apartments. That's when a uniformed officer tried to arrest her. At some point during the arrest, another officer shot the woman. Police tell us that the officer was wearing a body camera, and they did show a picture of the actual gun the woman was carrying. But here's an officer explaining more.
This individual had two outstanding warrants here in this county, as well as she was wanted for armed robbery.
Police have not given any updates on her condition other than saying she's stable. IMPD says the officer who shot her is on administrative leave, which is standard procedure in these situations. Internal Affairs is also investigating the shooting. Progress in preventing a government shutdown has happened. The Senate Majority Leader says Republicans and Democrats have a deal to temporarily stave off the crisis. In new social media posts, Chuck Schumer indicates the measure will keep the government running for now and provide more natural disaster relief funding and more help for Afghan refugees. The measure would push the deadline to December. Schumer says the Senate will vote on several amendments, including one from Indiana Senator Mike Braun. If the bill passes, the House would need to move quickly to hold a vote of its own because the deadline is midnight tonight. Otherwise, large sections of the government start shutting down immediately. Disagreements between Democrats threaten to derail a long-term budget and the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Swing Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin are holding out on the $3.5 trillion spending package, saying it's too high. Progressives are threatening to vote no on the infrastructure bill without commitments to a social policy and climate change package. Manchin says it was never part of the deal to link the budget and infrastructure together.
If we do have a vote, then we'll vote it down and we'll continue the negotiations so that we can actually deliver the entirety of the president's agenda.
I never knew about that. Never heard of it.
So you were never part of a deal that linked the two bills together?
About two of them are going to be together?
Yeah.
Why do you think we worked so hard to separate it?
The House is scheduled to vote on infrastructure as soon as today. It's a $1 trillion plan that includes money for roads, bridges, public transit, broadband, and more. Britney Spears' father is out as her conservator. A Los Angeles Superior Court judge suspended Jamie Spears' 13-year-long conservatorship over his daughter. The decision comes months after Spears requested the court remove her father from the position. The judge says a temporary replacement will oversee Spears' finances. The next hearing to consider terminating the entire conservatorship is set for November 12th. An urgent recommendation for pregnant women and new moms. The CDC says you should get the COVID-19 vaccine. The agency says 31% of pregnant people are vaccinated. That's far below the larger population. The CDC says there are more than 125,000 confirmed COVID cases in pregnant women, and 22,000 have led to hospitalizations and 161 deaths. State Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Box says the virus is associated with more severe disease during pregnancy.
The COVID-19 vaccine is safe to get if you are pregnant. Please do not put yourself or your baby at unnecessary risk. Our goal would be for all women of childbearing age to get this vaccine before they become pregnant so they are protected from COVID when they become pregnant.
Box is also stressing that the vaccine does not decrease fertility. If you have questions about the vaccines, join us tonight at 6 o'clock on Wish TV. We're hosting several top experts in a town hall meeting. Wish TV medical expert and former U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams will be part of that discussion. So will the White House vaccination coordinator. I actually sat down with him yesterday, and he provides some insight. And also the Marion County Public Health Director will be part of that conversation. In a dangerous combination, lava from a volcano in Spain's Canary Islands is flowing into the Atlantic, releasing harmful gases. Officials on the island of La Palma are telling people to shelter in place and seal doors and windows with wet towels to keep the gases out. Lava is also slowly steaming through neighborhoods, threatening everything in its path. The government has declared the island a disaster zone. 3 firefighters are critically injured in an explosion at a Dallas apartment building. Fire officials say it was a 2-story building in southern Dallas. One person who lives there says there had been complaints of a natural gas smell, which prompted firefighters to the scene.
One of the first responders, she went out there to the fire truck and got something out of there, I guess, to open the door to go in. As soon as she did that to the door, the apartment just blew up.
A 4th firefighter had to be treated for minor injuries. 3 other people are stable at the hospital. The local energy company claims technicians performed a safety check and found no evidence that their system was involved in this explosion. The beaches at Indiana Dunes National Park are back open this morning. The Park Service shut them down earlier this week because of a leak from a steel plant. The leak turned part of Lake Michigan orange. U.S. Steel says the plume included elevated levels of iron. The city of Portage is sharing test results from the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, indicating no health risk. Today, INDOT is hiring for several positions. The department is looking for snowplow drivers. INDOT says the drivers can earn between $20 and $24 an hour. Today's hiring fair will be at the Indiana Transportation Building on Brookville Road on the east side. It starts at 10 this morning and runs until 3 p.m. Applicants must have a commercial driver's license. And to business headlines, bacon prices have skyrocketed to record levels. Bacon is more expensive for Americans than it has been in the past 40 years. Government price data shows that pork chops are costing you about 7% more than 12 months ago. The average price for that slab of bacon to accompany the Sunday morning spread has jumped nearly 28% during the past 12 months. Supply chain issues and big demand for pork are behind the surge. U.S. rents are increasing at shocking rates of more than 10%. In some cities of Florida, Washington, and Georgia, rents rose 25% or more. Since the start of the pandemic, the median rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in the U.S. has soared 13.1% to $1,663. That is according to Zumper. Macy's is embroiled in a legal battle with its landlord to prevent Amazon from using a billboard on top of its most iconic store. The department store chain asked the Kaufman organization to stop a potential deal with Amazon to use the billboard on its storied Herald Square location in New York. Macy's claims in a lawsuit that any advertisements from its online competitor would cause immeasurable harm to its business. YouTube is banning several prominent anti-vaxxers from its site, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and will delete all content from that suggests approved vaccines are harmful or don't work. The new ban applies to all vaccines, not just those for COVID-19. Dollar Tree is asking customers to cough up more than $1 for many items. It has to do with inflation. Its costs are going up on everything from energy to labor, so some items will jump to $1.50. It says the price increase will allow it to offer more items as well. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.